So it's been a pretty dark week, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should rephrase. As a TIVA fan, it's been a pretty dark week. We got our promo for the next new episode of NCIS. Link in the description if you want to check it out. If, you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen it, it's there. But before we go into that, we're going to look at the promo photos in the press release for this episode. Press release says, when a Navy lieutenant commander is found dead in a building under construction, NCIS must search for a killer while dealing with interruptions from her distraught detective husband. Meanwhile, Ray's return has Ziva thinking about her future. So yeah, dead lady, detective, whatever, that's all cool, but what we're really interested about is the friggin' proposal. I was personally thinking it would be in the finale, but I guess not. Okay. The title is A Desperate Man, and yes, that probably has to do with the detective, but when you put that and Ray's proposal together, kind of funny, just a little bit. So, what do you guys think Ziva will say? I'm either thinking, I just can't see her coming out and saying yes. Maybe I'm in denial. It's possible. I either think she'll say no because, she seemed really upset that he hadn't contacted her in 2 months in the last episode, so maybe him showing up randomly and proposing is kind of... Maybe she's gonna say that it's kind of weird and say no. Honestly, if I was Ziva, and he showed up and was like, you know what, I'm sorry I didn't contact you, it was a mission, he gives a little legitimate reason, he apologizes, whatever, they move on. That would be fine. But if he comes back and then he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't call you, I was really busy, but will you marry me? I'm not a proposal expert, I was only proposed to once and that was in grade 8 with a rubber band, but, just saying. Now I'm probably looking at things through my, rose-colored TIVA glasses, but this is how I see it. She's walking away, she's probably upset, and suddenly Ray's like, oh no, I'm losing Ziva, gotta do something, and she's walking away and he's suddenly just like, marry me? And she's just like, what? I'm hoping that's what happens. And she says no. But again, TIVA filter. But either that, I also think it's possible that if this isn't the very end of the episode, that she'll be like, I need some time to think about it. And they drag it out over X amount of episodes, minutes, or whatever. And a lot of people pointed this out that we do have Tony jealousy to look forward to. I usually don't like jealous Tony, in Recoil, for example, which I love. He was a huge jerk. So jealous Tony's sometimes good, sometimes, boyfriends die. Why can't Tony just shoot this boyfriend? He did it with the last one, So anyway, moving on, NCIS is, I think either they are still or just finished shooting their 200th episode, which is apparently going to be pretty epic. That's what everything coming out of that seems to be, that it's going to be huge deal. Hopefully it just won't be revolving door of guest stars. It'll actually be an amazing, concise story. All I can think of is the Glee Christmas special where they're all like, who could it be at the door? Oh wow, it's Tony Sr. Come on in, Dad. I think it'll be epic. I don't think we'll have to worry about any shenanigans. Anyway, if you want to watch the video coverage of their 200 episode party, I'll link in the description to that. It's so cute. I'm so proud of them. Now, on to a darker topic. TV Guide is reporting that Wendy has been cast. If you do not remember, Wendy is Tony's ex-fiancée. They were together in Baltimore, and their engagement broke apart. We do not really know why. I think we learned from Newborn King that he was just not sure he could fill both cups or something, but I think, more of that story will probably come to light in the upcoming episode. So the actress that's going to play Wendy is named Perrey Reeves, and she is most recently known for Entourage. And the article says, Wendy is a quick-witted investigative journalist who will go to whatever lengths necessary to get her story, but when she bulldozes her way into an NCIS investigation, she's soon reunited with Tony and must relive the emotions of their shared past. Reeves' potentially recurring role launches, fittingly enough, on Valentine's Day. Again, I knew this was going to happen. I knew they were going to cast her. I knew she was coming up. But, after the last episode, I had hope. I was hoping for some TIVA. I got my hopes up, and I am ashamed because I should have known better. Usually, Tony and Ziva either have, no, season 3, no real serious love interest. They're dating people, but you don't have, a person that's always popping up. And then Tony had Sean, and then Ziva had Rivkin, and occasionally they'll have someone else. And now it's Ziva's got Ray, and then Tony there had EJ for a while, and that really sucked because they've both got someone, right? They've both got someone. And now finally it looks like we've gotten rid of EJ, and what do? Here comes Wendy. It's like it never ends. I mean, maybe Ziva will break up with Ray. Maybe Tony and Wendy won't work, but with my luck, no doubt Ziva will get engaged to Ray, and she'll be going around with the ring, and she'll be like looking at wedding catalogs, and I'll be vomiting all over my monitor, and Tony will rekindle his romance with Wendy, and he'll really work on his fear of children, and he'll become like a dad to that little thing that she's got. Ooh, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so hard. Like I need another reason to hate Valentine's Day. When a Navy lieutenant commander is found dead in a building under construction, NCIS must search for a killer under construction, NCIS must... There, I'm doing it again. It's not my fault, my tongue's short. NCIS must search while dealing with interruptions from her distraught detective husband. Must search. Imagine that.